There is a place in the universe where escape no longer exists. A place so extreme that once you cross its edge, not even light can return. No message, no signal, no rescue, just silence. It does not roar like a star. It does not explode like a supernova. It does something far more terrifying. It waits, invisible, patient, hungry, and the closer anything gets, the less normal reality becomes. Time slows down, light bends, space itself begins to warp. This is not science fiction, this is real. Somewhere out there are regions so violent, so unnatural, that they can swallow stars, twist time, and erase everything that comes too close. And one of them may be hiding at the very center of our own galaxy. This may be the scariest place in the universe. The universe is full of danger. Stars explode, planets freeze, galaxies collide, but black holes are different, because most things in space destroy you with violence. A black hole destroys you with certainty. At its heart is gravity so powerful that once you pass a certain boundary, there is no way back. That boundary is called the event horizon, and once you cross it, escape is no longer difficult. It is impossible. That is what makes black holes so terrifying. They are not just deadly objects. They are places where the universe itself stops offering you a way out. And the most disturbing part is this: you cannot even truly see one. A black hole emits no light, no surface, no visible warning. You only know it is there because of what it does to everything around it. Stars race around emptiness. Light bends where it should not bend. Glowing matter spirals toward total disappearance. So the scariest places in the universe are not always the brightest, or the loudest, or the most explosive. Sometimes the worst thing in existence is the thing you cannot see at all. And that fear becomes even worse when you realize our own galaxy has one. At the center of the Milky Way lies a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A star. It contains the mass of roughly 4 million suns. Think about that. Millions of stars worth of mass compressed into one dark region of space. It sits about 26,000 light-years away, hidden behind clouds of dust in the crowded heart of our galaxy. We cannot see it directly like we see a star, because it gives off no light. But we know it is there. We know because stars near the center move at incredible speeds, as if something invisible and unbelievably heavy is controlling the entire region. And that means something chilling. Every time you look up at the Milky Way, you are looking at a galaxy whose heart is not made of light, but darkness. That feels wrong in a way that is hard to explain. A galaxy should feel alive, filled with stars, filled with brilliance. But at the center of ours, there is a void, a silent gravitational abyss holding everything nearby in its grip. And somehow the galaxy keeps moving around it, as if millions of stars are forever orbiting a wound in reality. Imagine moving toward it. From very far away, a black hole does not seem dramatic. In fact, if our sun were replaced by a black hole with the same mass, Earth would still orbit almost the same way. That surprises many people. But the horror begins when you get closer, much closer. Because gravity near a black hole does not pull evenly. The part of your body closer to the black hole feels a stronger pull than the part farther away. These are called tidal forces. And near a black hole, those forces become monstrous. You would begin to stretch, longer, thinner, more distorted. Your body would not simply fall. It would be pulled apart piece by piece. Scientists call this spaghettification. The name sounds strange, almost harmless. But the reality is horrifying. It means gravity can tear you apart, atom by atom. And if the black hole is actively feeding, the space around it becomes even more deadly. Superheated gas spins around it at enormous speed. Radiation tears through the area. Matter glows as it falls toward destruction. So before you ever reach the edge, you may already be burned, blasted, or ripped apart. That is what makes this place so terrifying. It does not offer just one way to die. It surrounds you with forms of death the human mind was never built to face. And then you reach the most frightening boundary of all, the event horizon. This is the line where escape ends, not where escape becomes unlikely, where it becomes impossible. You could have the most advanced spacecraft ever imagined, the most powerful engine any civilization could ever build. None of it would matter, because beyond this point, space itself is curved inward so deeply that every path leads farther down. To an observer far away, something bizarre would happen. They would never truly see you cross the edge. Instead, you would appear to slow down. Your image would dim. Your light would turn redder. Your movement would seem to freeze at the border of darkness, as if time itself refused to let you vanish. But for you, nothing would stop. You would keep falling. And that may be one of the most disturbing ideas in all of physics. From the outside, you never seem to fully disappear. From your own perspective, you're already gone. And once inside, everything behind you becomes unreachable. Home would still exist. The stars would still exist. The universe you came from would still go on. But not for you. Because once you pass that boundary, there is no road back. Ever. And then comes the darkest part of all, the center. What lies there may be one of the greatest mysteries in the entire universe. Our best theories suggest that deep inside a black hole there may be a singularity, a place where matter is crushed beyond imagination, a place where density becomes so extreme that our equations begin to fail. Think about that. Humanity has learned how stars are born, how planets form, how galaxies move, how gravity shapes the cosmos. But inside a black hole, our understanding begins to break. The laws of physics that explain so much of the universe can no longer fully explain what happens next. And that is a deeper kind of fear. Not just the fear of death. The fear of reaching a place where knowledge itself ends. Maybe that is why black holes feel so terrifying, because they are more than objects. They are boundaries. Places where light vanishes, time distorts, matter is destroyed, and certainty disappears. There are hotter places in the universe, brighter places, more violent places. But few feel as frightening as this, because a black hole does not just threaten your body. It threatens your understanding of reality itself. And somewhere in the darkness, the universe keeps making them. Silent, invisible, patient, waiting in places where even light cannot escape. This may be the scariest place in the universe, because it is not just where things die, it is where reality itself begins to disappear.